Hey guys, welcome back. And this week it's a huge welcome back to the global tyre brand that is Michelin. So today is going to be sensational. We get the chance to ride, test and review the new trail range of tyres that Michelin just released earlier this year. Not a company to sit back and ride out the success of one release, which is the Wild Enduro tyre. Michelin dropped a monster bombshell into the mountain bike scene at the start of this year, releasing this new range of tyres. Now, with the insanely tacky Magix compound injected into the new DH shield casing, we as riders have now been given the opportunity to maintain a smoother, faster straight line speed and a newfound ability to hook turns deeper, faster, and with a new confidence that we never thought we could find in ourselves. So, what is the DH shield casing and what can it do for you as a rider? It's a dual 2-ply sidewall with both plies running a thicker 55 TPI. The inner dual layer is Michelin's low pressure reinforcement layer. Now this allows riders to run even less tyre pressures than before, and we now don't have that risk of sidewall roll or collapse when we're hitting turns at aggressive speeds, landing sideways off big jumps. We now know that we've got the confidence not to feel that tyre roll out from under us with this new 4x55 TPI casing. Now there's 4 new tyres in the range. There's the DH22, there's the DH34, and then we've got the DH34 bike park tyre. There's also a DH mud tyre, but I don't have the mud tyre here, so we'll leave that one till a later date. The DH22 and the DH34 are the key tyres in this new range, with the DH22 being claimed by Michelin as the most versatile tyre. Its block layout is noticeably busier and deeper in design than that of the 34. Now the DH34 is the fastest rolling tyre in the range. As you can see, it's not quite as busy as the 22 and the blocks are definitely not as deep either. Personally, both tyres are just as good as each other on the everyday trails. The DH34 becomes faster and really ignites itself when the trail gets harder and rockier, as where the DH22 starts to ignite even better once that trail becomes looser, loamier and the wetter conditions. Now it's also important to note that the DH34, for me, still performs phenomenally well in those looser conditions, and even in the wetter conditions. The DH34 I just found was a fantastic, super fun tyre to ride. Okay, and then we may have just what might end up being my favourite tyre in the whole range, Michelin's DH34 bike park tyre. Now this is Michelin's slimmed down budget tyre and actually retails at close to half the price of all your other mainstream tubeless ready tyres. It utilises the exact same tread pattern as its bigger brother, the DH34, yet it runs a lighter 2x33 TPI sidewall, and it drops from the insanely tacky Magix compound down to the more common Gumex compound. Now the Gumex is still a super tacky compound and it offers insane traction, but it's just not quite as sticky as what that Magix can provide. Both the 22 and the 34 will do exactly what the other one will on standard trails, but the DH22 will come to life more in the softer stuff. Now I think these few turns here show just how well these DH tyres do hook up into turns. It's also important to note that these are tight, sharp 90-degree roost burns. Notice just how nicely the tyre hooks up. It doesn't let go. You can't see any collapse or movement in those sidewalls whatsoever, and that is despite me being 105 kilos and running 20 psi in the rear and around 16, 17 up front. Now even on this flat loamy turn, I did my best to try and completely wash out that front end. And even on my best effort, all I could do was get a split-second loss before that front end rapidly hooked up and put me straight again. These are a true confidence-inspiring tyre that will definitely allow you to improve on your trail technique. Okay, and there it is. That is my take on the new DH range of tyres. Now, a personal opinion here, I'm not really a fan of pushing that word DH, as these tyres are a real trail-inspiring product that are right at home for any rider, any riding, on any conditions. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Please feel free to add your thoughts, your comments and your questions below. And if you feel that you like this one, a like is always appreciated. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel, as we've got a lot more interesting topics coming up and I'll be covering those over the next few months. Thanks heaps for your support. I love it, always appreciate it, having a lot of fun with this, and I look forward to catching up with you all out on the trails. And until then, stay safe, ride rad and be well.